Well, welcome once again to the Waters and Stanton video channel. The surroundings are slightly different. This is an intro into some portable operation I was planning to do in Norfolk, and happened to acquire the use of this rather nice lounge to introduce the video. It's rather palatial, it's very quiet and very pleasant, and I suppose to some extent that underlines how pleasant it can be to operate portable. Unfortunately, the weather this week is not very good at all, so probably the portable equipment will have to be operated indoors with some sort of makeshift antenna outside. And I plan to use an end-fed halfway for 20 metres, which is approximately 10 metres of wire, which is very easy because you can just hang it out the window and anchor it at some far point. So that's the plan. So we shall see what happens. But either way, portable operation is a great chance to get, I was going to say outside, because I'm not outside at the moment. It's a great chance to get away from it all. So what I'm going to show you now is basically what happened. I don't know whether it's going to work or not, but it's a good intro anyway. So welcome to this channel. Don't forget to press subscribe, and much appreciated you supporting this channel. This is just a cheap case that I've had for some while, and this is what I propose to take on this portable trip. The basic radio is the Jackery TX-500, which I like very much, and it's very rugged and it's very small in terms of space that it takes up. You can see how thin it is, I think, on the ledge there. It really is thin. I like these connectors. They're very firm, they're very positive, and that gives you a lot of confidence. Of course, it's waterproof as well, and it's altogether a nice radio, a nice display, and so forth. Now, I've got the microphone here attached. The reason I've got that attached really is not so much because I do a lot of SSB, but because it's a speaker microphone. It works quite well. Now, if by any chance you want to use headphones, the best way to use the headphones is to put them in there. That's really designed to take headphones. That's a perfect socket there for a 3.5mm stereo headphone. And when you put the headphone in there, it cuts out the speaker part of the microphone, but the microphone still works. So you can have headphones on and use the microphone to talk into. If by any chance you want a headset, then there's a separate socket there. DC lead, somebody said that it should be sort of together. These are separate leads, but I don't find it a bit of a problem. And I've got a little chocolate block there, call them, basically to use a cigar plug, which I'll show you later on. The reason I use that because my power supply has got a cigar socket. The reason I do it this way, frankly, is I find it much easier to buy a cheap cigar plug that's already terminated. Just cut the wires off, put it into a connector block like that, and the job is done. The other main item is the LDG Z100 plus auto ATU. I use that for times when I can't be sure that the SWR is as low as I'd like it to be. The great thing about the Z100 is that it is self-powered. I've got no power supply connected here, but I've pressed the button. You may see it flash. I don't know whether the camera will catch that up. But anyway, those batteries in there are AA. They will last about a year. Takes virtually no current at all because they're latch-in relays. So I have an ATU in there. SO239 sockets on the back. Usually I use coax cables, so that's not really too much of a problem. On this particular trip, I'm actually going to use an end-fed wire, but I'll cover that, and that's still coax fed, so that will go into there. Morse key. I do a lot of CW. This is basically a very simple paddle key. It's not iambic, but I don't use iambic anyway. It's a simple paddle key, high mount. I bought the one that doesn't have a base to it, and just mounted it on a bit of wood, and a bit of sort of non-slip material underneath does the job. So that all sits in there quite happily. I have to push this over a bit, but that then will fit in there. Put the lead on top, juggle it about a bit. The microphone will sit in there, and the DC lead will also sort of jumble up in there. But the great thing is that's my portable station, all ready to go. The only thing missing really is the power supply and the aerial, which I'll come to the power supply next. This is the power supply I use. It's called a Jackery, and this is the 200 watt version that I use. It's not cheap, but I found it to be extremely useful. It encloses a 16.5 amp hour lithium battery, and it's got a nice carry case on it, and it's proved extremely reliable. The only way that you'll get to the basic battery supply is through this cigar socket here. It's not too much of a problem. I would have liked to have seen terminals, but in actual fact it's not bad, and I'll tell you why it's not bad. That terminal is, or that connector is limited to 10 amps, and if you exceed 10 amps then it just shuts itself down. It doesn't deliver any more power, so you haven't got to worry about short circuits, anything like that. There is a monitor here on the screen. I'll press that. I'm not sure whether you can see that monitor, but that tells me the voltage, and it also tells me the current or wattage I'm drawing, which is quite useful. Each output is switched, so at the moment it's all dead, but if I press that button there, I get the, you probably can't see it on the camera now, but that little light comes on, and that means to say that that socket is live. If I press that button, and again that socket is dead. On the left hand side is a socket for the AC power supply charger, or the AC charger. The charger goes in there, and it takes around about 3 to 4 hours to fully charge the battery from flat. It very rarely gets anywhere near that, because I use this a lot for portable, and of course 16 amps is more than enough for any portable application. I've used this for a week and it still delivers power, because on transmit you might draw 2 amps, 2.5 amps max perhaps, and it will go on for ages. And of course on receive it's just drawing a small amount of current. Then we've got 2 USB sockets here, standard USB sockets, standard voltage. Again they're switched. It's quite handy to have 2 USB sockets, because you can put your smartphone in there or whatever you want to charge. And then we've got the AC socket here. Now the AC socket will deliver 200 watts, and beyond 200 watts it will close down, which makes sense. Now I originally got one of the ideas, I was going to use this for a sort of coffee machine in the motorhome, and what I didn't realise is the coffee machine draws about 800 watts, which is massive. This will only handle 200 watts, so you can put any AC charger in there for small devices, that'll work fine. You can put a 100 watt lamp in there and it will drive it for nearly 2 hours. You can put a switch mode power supply in there, it will drive it. The only thing is it's rather inefficient. If you put a switch mode power supply in there, you're drawing current which is simply used to operate the power supply even before the apparatus draws any current. So not particularly useful. But what I have found is on my IC7300, I can plug the DC cable into there, and I can draw up to 40 watts output. I can run up to 40 watts output on the IC7300, and it will quite happily deliver power. No problem at all. So you probably get around about 2 to 3 hours operation on a 7300 or something similar, 100 watt rig turned down to 40 watts. So all in all, it's quite a useful battery, and it's nice. It's a nice case. It's very rugged. It's got non-slip things on the bottom there, so it's not going to turn at all. And nice. Nothing on the back at all. There's ventilation on the side there, but nothing else on the back. But it does the job. As I say, it's not cheap, but I found it a good investment. I use this an awful lot. The other thing is that you can plug a soldering iron in there. I've done some soldering work down the garden, whereas normally I'd have to run a cable down. I just take this down there with a soldering iron, plug it in, and it works fine, no problem at all. So there we are. That's the Jackery. We don't sell it, but it's proved reliable for my purpose. The antenna I'm going to use is going to be an end-fed antenna, And for an end-fed half wave, which is what I'm going to use, you need a matching unit. This is something I made myself. I've done a video on this actually, on the actual winding, and I'll put a link below for you to have a look at. But basically it's a toroid in there, which is a 49:1 matching unit, got a terminal on there for the wire, and then on the other side there, or back, is SO239. So I should run some coax from that back to the transceiver, or probably through the ATU if I'm not happy with the VSWR. I propose to take a simple 20-meter half wave. So it'll be a 10-meter length of wire, which I should pre-adjust here at home in the garden, and hope that it matches when I get to the QTH up in Norfolk. What I normally do is I run the length of coax there, probably about 20 feet, sort of about, I don't know, 7 or 8 meters of coax. I'll take a couple of coax leads. The great thing about using an end fed is that you can have this very near a window, so you probably haven't got to have a large length of coax. And what I normally do is I run the wire, the area wire from that, a couple of turns around there so the strain is taken on there, and then just run it down to a tree nearby or whatever I find when I get there, and that's it, with an insulator on the far end. Generally speaking, if I tune it up in the garden here, then it's pretty good at the portable location. So I'm pretty confident I won't have any problem there. But that's the end-fed transform that I'm going to use. We've had the first frost of the winter. It's quite sharp, but we've had a bit of sunshine earlier this morning. Saw a few monk jacks on the lawn, and there's a few birds tweetering around. Not an expert on nature, but it's good to see it. Lots of grouse and other things. The grouse seem to prefer walking to flying, but that's their choice. Unfortunately, they do very often meet an unhappy end, which is a shame, but there we are. That's nature. But yeah, it's good to be out in the open. I've done most of my operating from indoors because it's been pretty chilly, and of course I can operate at night indoors. But very much a makeshift system. I have, as usual, enjoyed using the Jackery TX-500. It works well, and it seems to sort of punch above its weight, really. I mean, it's only 10 watts, but it certainly puts out a good punchy signal. At least that's what the reports I get. I'm going to turn the camera around a minute. You'll see it's quite misty, actually. Just stand by one. Right, there we are. I've turned the camera around now, and you can see in the field ahead, which I think is a school playing field, actually. It's quite misty, and always a reminder that winter's upon us now. But for many it's an enjoyable time of the year, really, because nature changes, the leaves change colour, they fall off the trees. And just come round here a bit and see a bit more of this estate that we're on at the moment. Not quite sure what this is. It obviously celebrates something. Well through our stay here in Norfolk now, and the area which is just above me is working well. Despite the weather forecast, we've got some sunshine. I thought it was going to rain, but we've got some beautiful sunshine. You can see the antenna here. It's not very high. It's a sloping dipole. It's not sloping very steeply. Ends up at around about 2 meters above ground just there. There's another angle on the antenna going down to convenient tree. So I'm not in this recording going to show you all the various contacts I had. I've had about 20 or 30 contacts. I'll just play you a few snippets. 3 Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor Portable, QSL.
Okay, number 3, got it 100%. Golf 3 Oscar Japan Victor Portable. Thanks for the contact. Got your 55 or 56 here in Bavaria. I'm just sitting in the woods with a vertical and 10 whiskey running at the moment.
Yeah, it sounds great. Sounds great. Have fun in the woods there. I'm actually indoors, but in a remote location. 73 from Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor Portable.
Thanks for the contact and enjoy your indoor activation. Hi, 73.
G3 Ocean Japan Victoria Portable, QSL.
QSL, Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor Portable, and this is Foxtrot 5 Juliet Yankee Alpha. My name is David. David is the name, and my QTH is in eastern France, about 45 kilometers west of the city Basel, and 25 kilometers from the city Mulhouse. Mike Uniform Lima Hotel Oscar Uniform Sierra Echo. I will give you your report in the next run. Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor Portable. This is Foxtrot 5 Juliet Yankee Alpha.
Golf 3 Oscar Japan Victoria. Ike 5 White Z John from Pisa. Over.
Yes, okay, from Golf 3 Oscar Japan Victoria Stroke Portable G30 JV Portable. Name is Peter, Papa Echo Tango Echo Romeo. Name is Peter, and I'm running just 10 watts QRP, 10 watts from Golf 3 Oscar Japan Victoria Stroke Portable.
Congratulations, 10 watt the power, 10 watt. At the moment, my power 1 kilowatt. Okay, mister, my information, my long page in QRZ, my friend. 73, the water from Pisa is no good. At the moment, no good, the water from Pisa. Temperature 15 degrees Celsius. 73, my friend Peter. Ciao, arrivederci, bye-bye.
Yeah, Golf 3 Oscar Japan Victoria Portable G30 JV Portable, QSL. Yeah, QSL. Call is Golf 3 Oscar Japan Victoria Portable. QSL 59er.
Okay, Oscar Juliet Victoria, no problem. Good luck.
Radio Tango 5 Tango Golf 3 Oscar Japan Victoria Portable G30 JV Portable. Call in and buy.
Okay, Peter, G3 JW support, JV portable RT5T. Good afternoon, thank you very much. 5x6, not loud, but 100% copy you. My name is Dima, Delta Italy, Mike America. Dima, how copy, over?
Okay, Dima from Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor Stroke Portable. Yeah, very good afternoon to you, Dima. You got good signal here. You're 5859. I'm running QRP, just 10 watts. Name is Peter, Papa Echo Tango Echo Romeo, and running just 10 watts to a dipole, Dima. From Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor Stroke Portable.
Okay, Peter, you 10 watt and dipole going very well. I'm using 6 to 700 watts and 4 element monoband Yagi looking to you. Glad to meet you, and best 73, stay safe, Peter. G3 Oscar Juliet Victor Stroke Portable, Radio Tango 5 Tango, bye-bye.
57 Delta X-ray from Golf 3 Oscar Japan Victoria Portable.
Who is the Japan Victoria Portable?
Golf 3 Oscar Japan Victoria Portable G30 JV Portable.
G3 Oscar Japan Victor Portable. Good morning, Peter. You're 5 and 9 today. My name is Slavko.
Yeah, okay, Slavko. You're 59 plus, operating 10 watts portable. Thanks for the short QSO from Golf 3 Oscar Japan Victoria Portable.
Yeah, you are plus 10 here, 7-3. QRZ, Sierra 5-7, Delta.
We are actually coming towards the end of our stay here in Norfolk. Nice part of the country, and if you've never been to Norfolk before, then well, I encourage you to try it out sometime. It's a quiet part of the country, a lot of the time actually, and lots of little villages to explore. And for those that are overseas viewers, We're actually on the east side of England. If you look at the map and look at the River Thames and then go north from the River Thames, you'll eventually see Norfolk. And no motorways here at all. It's all, well, I say it's not side roads, but there's no motorways in Norfolk, so the traffic is quite steady and comfortable. I'll just turn the camera around again now so you can see the house. Right, here we are. There's a walk back to the house. I hasten to add this is not my house. We've just borrowed it for a short period of time for a family get-together, but nevertheless it's a very imposing house, and it's been a great place for the family to get together for a special event. So there we are, that's the video that I put together. A bit of this and a bit of that, and fingers crossed and hoping it would all work out. In fact, I had some interesting contacts, and it proves that the end-fed half-wave dipole is a very versatile antenna, particularly for portable work. You don't have to worry about ground planes. It seems to work in most places. You don't need an antenna tuner, and you couldn't wish for more than that. It is, of course, an antenna which will operate on its harmonics, but if I've got a 20-metre dipole, in other words 10 metres long, the next harmonic is going to be 10 metres, so if 10 metres is not open, then it's not really a multi-band antenna. And I could have put a longer one. I could have put a 40-metre half-wave dipole up, which would be 20 metres long, and that would have given me 40, 20, 15 and 10. But I was reluctant to do that because I didn't know what space I would have available. As it happens, I had the right amount of space, so it worked out okay. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Much appreciated you tuning in, and look forward to working you at some time in the future, or shall I say, meeting you sometime in the future on this video channel. So take care, enjoy your ham radio, speak soon.